Hello everyone, it's me Sanjay Vasu back again for another checkpoint paper for Cambridge Secondary 1, and at this time it's Mathematics Paper 1 for October 2019. We are not allowed to use any calculators. And with that, let's start the paper. Question 1. Here are some words that describe parts of a circle: radius, chord, diameter, and arc. Use these words to label the circle parts shown in these diagrams, these 4 circles right here. So first, this is a straight line which passes through the center of the circle, which means it is a diameter. Number 2, this is a straight line that connects the center to any point on the circumference, which is a radius. The third one, this is a line which connects 2 points on the circumference of the circle, which is a chord. Fourth one is a curved line going along the circumference which connects any 2 points on the circumference. That's an arc. Question 2. A recipe uses 3 eggs with 600 grams of flour. Find the number of eggs to use in the same recipe with 1 kg of flour. The 3 eggs is equal to 600 grams. 1 egg will be for 200 grams of flour. 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams flour. So x is to 1000 grams and then 1 is to 200 grams. So we multiply 200 into 5 to get 1000. So 1 into 5 is x, therefore x is equal to 5 eggs. Question 3. Work out 5 into 4 squared plus 2 minus 12. Order of operations. First, we do what's inside the brackets. Inside the brackets, we have 4 squared plus 2 minus 12. And then, after brackets, we do indices, which is 5 into 16 plus 2 minus 12. Now, addition and subtraction inside the bracket because that's all that's left in the bracket, which is equal to 5 into 16 plus 2, 18. 18 minus 12 is equal to 6. So 5 into 6, and that's equal to 30. So that's the answer. Question 4. Here's a multiplication fact. Use this fact to complete these calculations. For the A part, 1 by 2 divided by 3 by 4. We can see our 1 by 2 over here. Now, the question has just brought the 3 by 4 here to the other side, changing the sign to divide by. That means 1 by 2 divided by 3 by 4. That is equal to 2 by 3 as given. That is what we write. Now for the B part. 1 by 3 into 3 by 4. 1 by 3 can be converted into 4 by 3. So 4 by 3 into 3 by 4. We could just multiply this normally, but we need to use the fact given above. And to do that, we can use this method. 2 by 3 into 3 by 4 is 1 by 2. Now 4 by 3 is nothing but 2 into 2 by 3. When you multiply this by 3 by 4, 2 into 2 by 3 into 3 by 4. You know what 2 by 3 into 3 by 4 is? That's 1 by 2 as given in the fact. That means 2 into 1 by 2 is equal to 1. And that is the answer. Question 5. Peter and Blessy are on a bike race. Blessy starts the race at 10:45 a.m. and finishes at 2:10 p.m. Work out how long Blessy takes, give it in hours and minutes. So let's subtract. 2:10 p.m. is 14:10 in 24 hours. 10:45 remains the same because it's an a.m. Now let's subtract. Let's first subtract the minutes side. 10 minus 45 is not possible, so we add 60 to the minutes. That's equal to 70. And then 14 minus 1, it becomes 13, not 14 anymore. Now you can add the 10 as well. So 70 minus 45 is equal to 25. And 13 minus 10 is 3. So it's 3 hours and 25 minutes. B. Peter cycles 18 kilometers in half an hour. Work out his average speed. So average speed is equal to distance by time. That's equal to 18 by half an hour, which is equal to 18 into 2, 36 kilometers per hour. This is the answer. Question 6. Work out 16.8 into 9. Now we just do this. normally because we're not allowed for a calculator. So we have 2, 6 into 9 is 54, add 7, 61. 1 into 9, 9, add 6, 151.2 is the answer. B, 8.76 by 6. So we can do long division, 876 by 6. Now this 1, this becomes 27, and then 27 divided by 4, 2, 3, 36, 146. 8.76 divided by 6 is 1.46. Question 7. Yuri designs this frequency table for recording the wingspan of butterflies in millimeters. So we have this table. And we need to complete the first column so that all intervals have equal class width. So the class width here is 20 to 30, which is 30 minus 20, 10. The next one, it starts with 30 and it ends with 30 plus 10, 40. 40 ends with 40 plus 10, 50. So that's the answer. B. U measures the wingspans in millimeters of 15 butterflies. Complete the tally and frequency columns of the table to show U's data. First, we have 34. 34 is between 30 and 40, which means you put 1 in the tally mark. 43, between 40 and 50. 51, between 50 and 60. 29, it's in the first one. 40, now we have to be careful. There are two 40s here. But this one is less than, which means it cannot be equal to 40. But over here is less than or equal to symbol, which means it can be equal to 40, and therefore it comes in the third group. Now 37, second group. 56, fourth group. 25, first group. 36, second group. 33, another second group. 48, third group. 39, another second group, and this time we draw a line straight through these to the mark 5. So now we've done 39, now 45. It's in the third group. 32, second group. 43, third group. Now the tally for the first group is 2, and then we have 6, and then 5, and then another 2. So these are the tally and frequency. Question 8. Here are the first 3 diagrams in a sequence. A. Draw the next diagram in the sequence on the grid. So first, we can see for diagram 1, there's 1 circle. Diagram 2, 4 circles. Diagram 3, 9 circles. Which means the number of circles is the number of the diagram squared. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9. And now, for diagram 4, we'll have 16 circles. Let's just draw these first. These 16 circles must be arranged in a square-like shape, because you can see like this. Now, let's draw these crosses. Diagram 1, there are 5 crosses. In diagram 2, there are 8. Diagram 3, there are 11. So 5 plus 3 is equal to 8, and then add 3 to 8, it becomes 11. Now we add 3 to 11, it becomes 14. So in diagram 4, there will be 14. But how do we draw it? It is always above, on the left, and below the circles, which means we draw the x's something like what I'm about to show, like this. Because it is surrounding the circles left, up, and down. B. Explain why the number of circles in diagram 5 will be 25. So we just write the formula which we found in the previous one. Diagram number squared is equal to number of circles. 5 squared is equal to 25. And this is true. And that means the statement over here is also true. C. Find the expression for the number of crosses in diagram N. Diagram 1, 5. Diagram 2, 8. Diagram 3, 11. Diagram 4, 14 crosses. Now, let's multiply 1 into 3. It becomes 3. Why are we multiplying by 3? Because the distance is 3. 1 into 3 is equal to 3, and 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. And the 1 is actually the x. X value not being the number of crosses, it means the number of the diagram. Here's diagram 1. So the number of crosses will be 3x, which is diagram number, plus 2. So this is actually true for diagram 2, 3, and 4 as well. So I'm just going to show for diagram 2. 3 into 2 add 2. 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. You can calculate on your own by pausing the video and checking it for diagram 3 and 4. It will always be true. Therefore, the expression is 3 into n plus 2. Why n? They asked us for diagram n. N is the number. Question 9. Tick to show if these statements are true or false. 0.4 equals 4%. This is false because 0.4 is equal to 40%, because 0.4 into 100. 7 by 20 is 27%. That's obviously false. Why? 7 by 20, multiply both sides by 5. That's equal to 35 by 100. And that's equal to 35%. And that's not equal to 27%. 1 by 10 is equal to 10%. 1 by 10 is equal to 10 by 100, which indeed is 10%, so this is true. Question 10. There are some children in a classroom. The ratio of boys to girls is 3:1. A, work out the fraction that are boys. So total parts is equal to 3 plus 1, which is equal to 4. Boys is equal to 3 parts. So fraction is equal to 3 by 4. That's the answer. B, there are 24 boys in the classroom. Work out the number of girls. So 3 parts equals 24. 1 part is the number of girls. That's equal to 24 by 3. 24 by 3 is equal to 8. So there are 8 girls in that class. Question 11. Work out 2 4 by 5 plus 3 2 by 3. Give your answers a mixed number in simplest form. Now we convert these mixed fractions into improper fractions. 2 4 by 5 is equal to 14 by 5. We add it to 3 2 by 3, which is 11 by 3. Now the LCM of these two numbers, 5 and 3, is 15. Because 5 into 3 is 15 and 3 into 5 is 15. Now we can take this as our common denominator. We multiplied 5 into 3, so 14 into 3 must also be done, and that is equal to 42. Now we can see 3 into 5 is 15, so we multiply 11 into 5 as well. That becomes 55. So 42 plus 55, the whole by 15, that's equal to 97 by 15. When we convert it to a mixed fraction, it is 6 7 by 15. That is our answer, and we shall write that. Question 12. Put one of the operations into or divide by into each box to make the statements true. First one, 14-2.5 is equal to 35. We can see the answer is 35. We are multiplying 14 into a whole number 2, and then we multiply by decimal 0.5. And then if we do this and add it together, it becomes 35. Therefore, the answer is multiplication. Now, 84-0.25 is 21. So we know that 0.25 is 25 by 100, and that's equal to 1 by 4. Now 84 into 1 by 4 is equal to, we can cancel it out, it becomes 21. That means we multiply. Now the third one, 7-0.2 is 35. If we take 0.2 and convert it to a fraction, it is 1 by 5. Now if we multiply 1 by 5 into 7, it becomes 7 by 5. And that's not equal to 35. But if we divide it, 7 divided by 1 by 5, it's equal to 7 into 5 by 1, which is equal to 7 into 5, 35. So the answer is division. Now for the fourth one, 0.64-0.02 is 32. One thing we can notice easily is that both of these numbers have 2 decimal places. So we can cancel out the decimals, and it becomes 64 and 2. 64 divided by 2 is 32. That means the answer is division. Question 13. Write 54 by 117 in simplest form. The HCF is actually 9. 54 by 9 is equal to 6, and 117 by 9 is 13. So the answer is 6 by 13. Question 14. Expand and simplify x minus 6 into x plus 5. Now how do we do this? We can use the FOIL method to do this answer. First, F stands for front, so we multiply the terms at the front. X into x is x squared. Now, for O, we multiply the terms outside, which means nearer to the brackets. X into 5 is 5x. Now, I stands for inside. And minus 6 into x is negative 6x. And now, L is last, which means minus 6 into 5, which is equal to minus 30. So now we can simplify this, x squared minus x minus 30. This FOIL method for front, outside, inside, and last, this is the one used to expand and simplify brackets, especially double brackets like these. Now let's just write the answer. Question 15. I could record the time in seconds that it takes for children in a class to swim a length of the pool in January. Work out the median time. We have a stem and leaf diagram and we have a key. 1-6 is 16 seconds. For example, that. The median time is the middle value. First, totally there are 3, 8, 12, 15, 19 people in her class. There are 19 people in her class. The middle is equal to 19 plus 1 by 2, that's equal to 10. The median time is the 10th value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's in the column with 3 10s and 1 2. So we have 32 seconds. B, work out the range. That's equal to 67 minus 16 as it is the biggest minus the smallest, which is equal to 51 seconds. Aiko records the time it takes the same children to swim a length of the pool in June. She works out that the median time in June is 25 seconds and the range is 55 seconds. C. Aiko says the times vary less in June than in January. Tick to show if Aiko is correct or incorrect. Give a reason for your answer. Actually, Aiko is incorrect because vary means there's more distance between the total times, which means there's more range. And over here, 55 range is greater than 51 range. So the times vary more in June. Question 16. A, 5,8 and B, 3,-2 are 2 points on a grid. A, work out the coordinates of C when C is the midpoint of AB. So the x-coordinate is equal to the mean of these two coordinates, which is 5 and 3. These are the x values of A and B. 5 plus 3 by 2, that's equal to 4. Now the y-coordinate, we do the same thing. 8 minus 2 by 2, which is equal to 3. So the point is 4, 3, which is equal to C. B is the midpoint of AD. Work out the coordinates of D. Now we can do the same thing. So the point B, x value is 3. And 3 is equal to 5 plus something, the x value of D. And we divide by 2. When we solve this, 6 equals 5 plus x. X is equal to 1. Now the y value. For B here, the y value is -2. So -2 is equal to 8 plus y by 2. That means -4 is equal to 8 plus y. Y is equal to -12. So the point is 1, -12. Question 17. Look at this list of numbers. -8, -3, -1, 0, 7, 10. Write down all the numbers from this list that satisfy the inequality -3 less than x less than equal to 7. So it should not be -3, that's one thing. And it should not be less than -3. So we can get rid of these two immediately. Now it can be equal to 7, but it should not be greater than 7. So we can rule out these 3. And all that's left is -1, 0, and 7. So these are the values. B, write down the inequality shown on the number line below. First, where's the white circle here? It's at 1. So we know that x something 1. Now let's see the arrow. It's going in a direction from 1 to -1, -3 to the negative side, which means it is a less than. But how do you know it's not less than or equal to? Let's see the circle. It is not shaded. If the circle is shaded like that, like this here, then it's a less than or equal to. But if it's not shaded, it's less than. So this is the inequality x less than 1. Question 18. A. Complete the table. The first one has been done for you. We have a table with 2 numbers and some things which you need to do to the numbers, rounding to 2 decimal places and to 2 significant figures. We have one answer already, which is an example. 0.3864 rounded to 2 decimal places, 0.04, because when we take the third decimal place, which is the 8, it is greater than 5, and therefore we add 1 to the 3. That becomes 0.04. Using the same method, second decimal place is 2, the third one is 4, and that is less than 5. And that's why we don't do anything to it, just cut off everything after the 2 decimal places. 3.02. Now 2 significant figures. 0.03864. Well, significant figure means any zeros at the start which are consecutive are not counted. Any other digits are counted in significance. So these 2 zeros come at the start of the number and they come before any other digits. This means these 2 are not counted as significant figures. 3 is the first one, 8 is the second one. Now the 6 is the third significant figure and it is greater than 5, which means we add 1 to 8. That's 0.039. Now let's take 2 significant figures for 3.0249. I just said that if the zeros are at the start of the number, they are not counted. But now there's a 0 which is after the 3. 3 is the first significant figure, second significant figure. Now the third one is the 2 here. And that 2 is less than 5. Therefore we don't do anything, just truncate it. 3.0. Why 3.0 and not 3? Because 2 significant figures means 1, 2. But 3 only has 1 significant figure. B. Complete this table by writing a possible number in the first column. Dash number rounded to 1 significant figure and rounded to 2 significant figures. Both roundings are 4,000. So if it's rounded to 1 significant figure, we know the inequality 3500 less than or equal to x, and let's say the number is x by the way. So 3500 less than or equal to x, and that's less than 4500. Now, what about 2 significant figures? This means that 3950 less than or equal to x, and that's less than 4050. So you can write any number in the second inequality since the range is smaller than the first one. I'm just going to write the number 4010. You can write any number in between these 100. Question 19. Here's an expression. Write down the third term of this expression. The terms are separated by an operator sign. In this case, it's minus and plus. So first term, second term, third term. 7y is the third term, and we should just write that down. Question 20. A. Convert 0.003 meters cubed into cubic centimeters. So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. 1 meter cubed is equal to 100 cubed. And that's equal to 1 million centimeters cubed. 0.003 meters cubed is equal to 1 million into this amount, and that makes it 3,000 centimeters cubed. This is the answer. Let's write that down. B. Convert your answer to part A into liters. We know that 1 liter is equal to 1,000 centimeters cubed. And therefore, we can say that 3,000 centimeters cubed is equal to 3 liters. That's the answer. Question 21. This shape is drawn in a triangular grid. Complete the missing numbers. Number of lines of symmetry. Over here, we can take this one, which is a vertical line. And then we can take this, 2, and this, 3. This point is the center point where they intersect. But the more important thing is we have 1, 2, 3 lines of symmetry. And that's the answer for a number of lines of symmetry. Order of rotational symmetry So if we rotate this shape so that this thing comes over here, then it'll still look the same way. And if we rotate the shape again so that this thing comes like this, we'll still get the same thing. And if you rotate the shape one more time in the same direction, we'll get back to the original. So that's 1, 2, 3 rotations. And that means the order of rotation of symmetry is 3. Question 22. The sum of 3 consecutive whole numbers is 54. Work out the 3 numbers. 3 consecutive whole numbers can be written as x, x plus 1, and x plus 2. So x plus x plus 1 plus x plus 2 is equal to 54. 3x plus 3 is equal to 54. 3x is equal to 51, and x is equal to 17, which is 51 by 3. So the first number is 17, and then the others are 18 and 19, because x plus 1 and x plus 2. So that's the answer. Question 23. Write the missing numbers in this multiplication grid. 1 by 5 into dash is 0.2. We multiply this side by this side, we get this. 1 by 5 into dash is 0.2. 1 by 5 is equal to 0.2, so this is just 1. Now 2 by 5 into dash is 2. 2 divided by 2 by 5 is equal to 2 into 5 by 2, which is equal to 5. Therefore, we get 5 here. Now let's find out. 1 into 5 is this one, which is 5. And now 2 by 5 into 1 by 5 is this gap. And now we can multiply it. 2 by 5 into 1 by 5, that's equal to 2 by 25. And if you want to write that in decimals, 2 by 25 is equal to 0.08. That's the answer. Question 24. Estimate cube root of 120 to the nearest whole number. So what are the perfect cubes which are right below and right above 120? 4 cubed is equal to 64, and 5 cubed is equal to 125. And 120 is in between these. So 4 cubed is less than 120, and that is less than 5 cubed. And that means the cube root of 4 cubed is less than cube root of 120, and that's less than the cube root of 5 cubed. That means 4 is less than cube root of 120, that's less than 5. Now it is closer to 125 than 64. And that means that the cube root of this is closer to 5 than 4, which means the answer is 5. Question 25. Use a ruler and compasses to construct the perpendicular to the line AB passing through the point P. Do not rub out your construction lines. First thing I'm going to do is take my compass and a ruler. Let's first measure the length of the line PB here. The length of PB is about 3.7 centimeters. Alright, now we take a compass and make a 3.7 centimeter measurement on the other side. Up till there. And make an arc. Now we have 2 points. The point B and the newly made point C. Now we can take our compass, put the compass at C, and then take the measurement which is greater than the length of CP and draw an arc like this. Now we take the compass, put it on the other side, and draw an arc like this without changing the measurement. Now we have 2 intersection points between these 2 arcs. You can simply draw a straight line between them. This straight line must pass through the point P because this is the perpendicular bisector of the line CB. I'll remove the compass and the ruler now. Now we have done our perpendicular to the line AB passing through the point P. The angle over here is 90 degrees. I'll show you the proof by using a protractor. As you can see, the line extends clearly to the 90-degree mark right there. And that's how we construct a 90-degree perpendicular to a certain line passing through a point on the line. And that's the end of this paper. I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And with this, I come to the end of my video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.